folks, I'm Nate with Two Guys in a Ride, and today Rob and I are down here at Good Guys 31st Motor Speedway Heartland Nationals in Des Moines, Iowa, and we're here with Greg at Ridetech. So, Greg,
yes, sir.
Tell us about Ridetech.
Okay, so Ridetech has a little over 30 years of technology behind them, engineering, design. We started out in the air suspension business out of a need for customers wanting to ride the car lower, but be able to raise it a little bit when they maybe have to get over a speed bump or whatever it is.
Right.
So in that, when we started in air, and our main focus was being able to lower a car and raise it.
Yeah.
As we developed, we said, hey, when you lower these cars, sometimes the geometry doesn't really work out so well. So we said, well, let's kind of focus more on maybe getting that geometry to the factory geometry instead of, it maybe going bad when you put air on it.
Right.
Well, we said, if we're going to do that, we might as well take it a step further. Instead of making it handle as good as it was when it was new, let's make it handle better than it was when it was new. So we started redesigning, building our own control arms, incorporating spindles, all kinds of things like that to fix those things.
Okay.
And that's when we got into more of the autocross stuff with the air and the coilover system to make these things actually handle like a modern muscle car.
Okay.
So our target used to be a C5 Corvette. We could take an older car and make it handle like a C5. It's pretty good.
Very.
So that's always been our target.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at some of your products.
100%. Let's go look at it.
All right. So let's talk about your new performance suspension.
Yep. So this is an 88 to 98, C1500 truck. Those things are super hot right now, and they took off years ago, and they can't build them fast enough. They're crazy. So we do a complete coilover system and a complete air system for them. We always focus around bolt-on the factory frame, not modifying the bed, not modifying the frame any unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay.
Okay.
So this kit here, we want to talk about, it's our wishbone rear for the 88 to 98, and so it has a bolt-in C-notch. The only fabrication you have to do with this is cut the little notch out for the C-frame, or the C-notch, part of the frame. Now, we also include a template that goes with every kit that matches up with some of the factory bolt holes.
Yep.
So I don't want to say you can't get it wrong, but it's pretty hard. You got to try. Okay. And then once you get two of your bolt holes drilled, you actually use this as a template. You go ahead and bolt it in and you drill your holes. Okay.
Okay.
So that gets all that. No bed modifications. Okay. Nice and smooth. What you'll notice about all our kits is like your lower 4 bars.
Yep.
Okay. Factory leaf spring mount. That's the front of your lower bar. Rear, bolt on to your leaf spring pad.
So, the nice thing about this is that you can do this and save all the money that you would have spent having someone customize your frame to fit these cars.
Oh, without a doubt. It's bolt in.
Yeah.
And that's the key, okay? So we've already corrected the pinion angles with everything all over brackets and stuff like that. So your front, or your top, I should say, wishbone top setup, bolts to your factory rear end. Okay. Good time to change your differential fluid. Probably going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I want to highlight on this kit, on the rear kit, we try every attempt we get, and we're successful about 95% of the time, of making the ability to switch from air to coilover or vice versa very, very simple.
Okay.
So a highlight on this kit is a great example. So here we have coilover on this side. Okay, as a showpiece.
Right.
This is our air unit.
Okay, so if I ordered this but wanted to convert to air, what would I have to do?
Okay, makes it pretty simple. Basically what you're going to do, if you called me and said you wanted to do that, I would ask you to simply take this bolt out and the other shock bolt and send this unit to me.
Okay.
Just send it to me, both of them obviously. What I'm going to do at that point in time is I'm going to take the adjuster nut off the bottom and then take this spring off and take this top cap off. Okay. I'm going to take that exact same shock. I'm not going to change the shock. And I'm going to put this top cap on, this bag on, this lower unit, and I'm going to hand it right back to you, and you're going to have to put 2 bolts back in and run an airline if you're going from coilover to air.
So it's the same.
You're done.
You're using the same
Oh, yeah.
original piece.
Yeah, none of this changes.
Adding the air part.
Yeah, none of this changes. A lot of guys like to go air on the rear. We do that, you know, on some of your trucks.
Right.
They like to go to a show, and if they score a good price on an LS motor or something, they like to come home without the back end.
Right.
So air works good. They don't use it very often, but it sure works nice. You want to hook a trailer to it, you know.
Especially when the conversion is so easy.
Oh, it's super easy. I mean, it's super easy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Okay, you have got another product over here we want to take a look at. It's just come out.
Yep. So this is a unit that everyone's been waiting for. 65 to 79 F100 kit. As you know, those trucks out of the factory had an I-beam front suspension. Yep. Weren't bad, but they weren't really very friendly to customizing, let's say, or lowering, whatever it is, okay? So we came in and completely redesigned. You take the complete I-beam suspension out.
Okay.
You take the cross member out. All of this, you'll notice, is bolt in. You see a lot of bolts. This is a very stout system, okay? Now, just like any of our suspensions that we do for the front, what we do is instead of just going in and figuring out a way to lower it or make it set right or the ability to go super low and all that, we go in and we look at the geometry. Okay. The front geometry of the suspension. What a lot of people don't understand is as that suspension goes through its travel, the wheel moves.
Yeah.
Depends on what vehicle you're on. Sometimes that wheel goes like this a lot. Sometimes it goes closer to straight up and down. Older cars, especially older trucks, they didn't really look at that a whole lot. It was a truck.
Yep.
Okay. So we go in with every suspension we do, whether it's a car, whether it's a Chevelle, a Nova, or a truck, whatever it is we look at that travel. We design it so the camber gains and the caster adjustment to where we can make it more desirable. We build that into our upper and lower control arms.
Okay.
We look at ball joint angles. A lot of times when you lower a vehicle, the ball joint angle obviously changes because the control arm moves. We see a lot of customers call us and they've got something they've maybe put together at home. They're eating ball joints, they're put them in a bind. Nobody really thinks about that. We put that in there to handle more like a modern muscle car.
Okay.
Okay. You'll notice we have caster slugs.
Yep.
You can adjust caster very quickly. The camber is built into it. For example, you take our first gen Camaro, we have 5,000 camber change in 5 inches of suspension travel.
Wow.
Now, as you know, in autocross or just everyday driving and handling, the flatter you can keep the tire to the ground, the better things are.
Yep.
So, like I said, in a 75 Ford truck, they didn't really look at that a whole lot.
No.
They didn't plan on autocross. Let's put it that way. So we build all that into our suspensions.
Man,
get that out of the box.
You just right out of the box. And it's all bolt on.
All bolt on.
This is an original frame.
Original frame. Once again, we design everything around the original frame because we know a lot of these vehicles, the customers want to. They want to modify them, but they don't want to butcher them or do anything that's going to decrease the value if they want to go back to original.
Right.
And that's why we do it the way we do it.
Which is nice. If you
right.
ever, when you sell it or whenever someone wants to go back to original, they can.
You don't always know what the next craze is going to be.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we got another product. This 4-link suspension.
I want to mention multiple engine options. Coyote, LS, small block, big block, whatever you want. So real nice kit on that too.
That is really neat.
You're seeing all kinds of engines go in them, so Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So another thing that we build into all of our suspensions is Delrin Bushings. Okay. You see a lot of rubber out there. You see a lot of poly. Rubber, real spongy feel. You go to turn and it kind of turns. You see a lot of poly out there. They love to squeak. You've all heard it.
Yep.
Okay. Delrin is a self-lubricating material. No grease. Very hard material. Nice positive feel. We incorporate that into all of our control arms, any joint we can. We even have Delrin in our R joints that are patented for our 4-link units.
So what's so nice about this is that all that carefully calculated engineering.
Oh yeah.
Is done for you.
Oh yeah, it's bolt in. You don't have to engineer everything. All you got to do is bolt it on.
Yeah,
I always says we've got everything. All you need is the time.
Wow. So tell us about some of the other products that you have.
Okay. So we've got complete kits for just about every muscle car out there. Even some of your classics. If you look on our website, ridetech.com, we have complete coilover systems, complete air systems, and we have what we call a street grip system. It's really for the guy that's more maybe of a cruiser. He's going to do some autocrossing, things like that, like what we call a spirited driving. That utilizes the factory control arms, things like that. You don't get all the benefits of as a coilover system or an air system, but it improves quite a bit. You get tall ball joints, Delrin bushings, things like that get you a lot closer. It's going to make it handle quite a bit different and ride different.
Oh, and much better.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So let's talk for a minute about if I want to order something, can I expect a delay in the order, like again when you buy a car?
Sure.
Okay.
Now, we stock very good. Obviously supply chain is, whatever it is
what
today.
it is, yeah.
But we have done a very good job of keeping things on the shelf and keeping our customers abreast of what's going on. Sometimes we'll say, hey, this kit calls for a 600-pound spring. We don't have that. We got a 625.
Okay.
We handle each order. So, we're really good on our lead times. We're not perfect. We're not going to ship everything next day. Nobody does
but it's
today
nice to know you don't have to wait 6 months.
Oh, no.
Right.
No.
Okay. So the other question people might have is warranty.
Yep. So warranty, I want to talk real big on our warranty for our shocks. We use Fox shocks.
Okay.
We've used them since 2009. Fox, obviously, a lot of people know that's a very high quality name.
Yeah.
Fox equals quality, high quality, I should say. So just to give you an idea of the quality of our shocks, 1,000,001 mile warranty.
Wow.
1,000,001 mile warranty.
You never run out of warranty.
If you go 1,000,002, give me a call. I'll try to work something out for you. We'll be all right. But behind that, I can tell you that I usually am involved in some fashion, just about every one of those warranties.
Okay.
It is so incredibly minimal. And I'm going to say 90% of those warranties is something that happened on the customer side. And at that point, we dig into it, kind of tell them what went wrong and what to look for on their vehicle.
Okay.
And fix it, send it back to them, fix it if we can.
Right.
If not, we'll get them a replacement, get them taken care of. But it's just so rare. There's only one way you can stand behind a warranty like that. You have to have a top-notch product.
Right.
Otherwise, you go broke.
Yeah.
You have to have that.
You have to have it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, because people when they order, they
right.
want to know there's something supporting them.
Yep.
But that's really cool that you'll work with them not only to replace it,
Yeah.
but to look at it and say, here's what you need to adjust on your car to prevent that from happening again.
That's right.
And here's your product.
Yeah. The other components, the airbags, control arms, things like that, we have a 1-year warranty on that. The thing about that, once again, I usually am in some kind of form involved in those warranties. Build it right out of the factory. You just don't have to worry about that. It's so minimal. It just really is. We just don't.
You don't see it.
We take care of it on the front side. I mean, why create the problem?
That's right.
So top-notch products. I mean, our products are top of the line. There's a reason.
And just for our viewers out there, so you'll work on pretty much any American muscle car.
Yes.
That's classic.
100%. Yep.
Okay.
And a lot of the modern stuff now too. The newer trucks.
Yeah.
We've got a new kit for the new F-150 trucks.
Okay.
Matter of fact, there's a lot of like your Tuscany and companies like that are using our kits on their new F-150s right off the assembly line.
Nice.
Yeah. Big deal. Yeah. Big mover.
Well, Greg, thank you so much for walking us through Ridetech products and the warranty. And I mean, it's incredible that you can just bolt that stuff on.
Oh yeah.
That you'd have to hire someone to weld and remanufacture for you.
Yeah.
So incredible products. Thank you for taking your time with us today.
100%. Glad to. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching.